never mind. We went on holiday. It was all inclusive. The room, though, it was a bit dirty. And the bed was a bit wobbly. And the bathroom could have been a bit cleaner. And the food, oh, I'm not going back there, let's just say that. I tell you what I've never had. I've never known anybody who gave their week to do some sort of mission trip, some sort of caring activity, to go and redevelop a children's cancer ward, or refurbish it, or who went to run a kids' camp in Romania, or went to El Salvador to build a home that's earthquake proof, or to set up the project for to provide work for the women there. I've never known anybody go on one of those and come back and say, oh, the food was filthy, it was horrible and it was filthy. No, they come back and they say, the accommodation was awful. The food was quite good actually, and very tasty. The travel was difficult, but I had the best week of my life. That's what people say when they come back from doing something good. You would expect that. Because Jesus says it's more blessed to give than to receive. In other words, giving is better for you and makes you a happier, more fulfilled and satisfied person than getting. The whole world says to you, doesn't it? Get and you'll be happy. Jesus says, give and you'll be fulfilled. Do you see? It stands everything on its head, doesn't it? Give and you'll be fulfilled. Get and it'll never satisfy you. You'll never have enough. Do you see where this is going? So, how do we handle our finances? How do we use them if we are rich? How do we use them most effectively? Here's a suggestion. Stand them on their head. What? Take your money and turn it the other way up. The way you use it, turn it the other way up. I'll tell you how most people handle their finances, and see if this resonates with you. See if you get this, if this is you. I'm not going to name names, but if it's you, then okay. Most people, they get paid either weekly or monthly, and they go home and they pay their bills, and they go out and do their shopping, and if they've got a bit of money left over, they buy some treats, some little extras, maybe a dress or a top, maybe a pair of shoes, maybe a magazine, maybe they buy that new England shirt they've been wanting, maybe they buy themselves a ticket to go and see Leeds United. That never satisfies. I've done it for years, trust me. It's always a trauma for me. But year in, year out, we spend our money. All of it. And if we've got some left, maybe if we've got some left, we'll save some of it. A little bit. What's left? And then there'll be somebody asking you to sponsor them. Somebody's going on a run or climbing a mountain or going for a walk. Sponsor me for this worthwhile project. And you do. And you give what's left over. That's how most people organise their finances. Spend it, save a bit, give away what's left over at the end. When God gave you the money He gave you, when He gave you the wealth He gave you, He wanted you to turn that on its head. To use the first part of it to give away. To actually deliberately say the first part, and you can choose a figure. Some people choose 10%, some people choose 5%, some people, it doesn't matter what you decide to give, but sit down with your accounts. You've got your income, you know how much that's likely to be. You lay it out and you say, that's how much we've got coming in. And then the first column you put spending, giving. And you find something worthwhile, something you're committed to, and you give to it regularly. Maybe, like I said last time, you sponsor one of those children to put them through school. Maybe you find a project and you set aside that money week in, week out, month in, month out. Give it. You put it on your standing order and you never notice it going because it goes before you get it. As soon as your pay goes into the bank, that goes out to the bank. The next thing to do is to save some. Put aside an amount to save. Because if you put aside every month, again, you choose the figure, 10% of your take-home pay, 20% of your take-home pay, doesn't matter how much or how little it is, but put it away for the rainy day. This is what your grandma used to do. She used to keep it under the bed, mind you, which is not necessarily wise. But then when your washing machine goes wrong, or your car breaks down, or you get one of those unexpected bills, which we always get, you're not having to put it on the plastic. You've got some money set aside. And it doesn't affect your spending. And then you take the rest of your income, maybe 70 or 80% of your income, and you say, that's how much I've got to spend. That's what's left over for spending. Now, there's still room in there for treats. There's still room in there for booking a holiday. There's still money left over to buy a new dress, to buy a new outfit, to go see Leeds United. There's still the money there. But by structuring your money that way, you've given first. And that's the bit that brings fulfillment. Maybe you could give your money into a pot where you say, right, I'm going to give that to cancer research, the dog's home, children in need. I'm going to put that away every month, standing order. But some of that giving away, I'm going to put into a fund so that I can go on a trip to make a difference in people's lives. I'm going to go and work in an orphanage in Africa for a week. I'm going to go and help Susan, who's aiming to build schoolrooms in Africa. I'm going to go to El Salvador and help those women in their work. Maybe you can do something which changes lives. Do that, and you'll find that you are using the riches that you've been given, and you are finding life. Listen to what Paul says. Command them to do good, to be rich in good deeds, and to be generous and willing to share. In this way, they will lay up treasure for themselves as a firm foundation for the coming age, so that they may take hold of the life that is truly life. Do you see? When you start acting in this way, you take hold of life that is truly life. Is that what you want? Because that's what you can have if you learn how to be rich. Thank you very much. God bless. Those of you watching at home, if you want more information or if you've some comments to make, do contact me at david@gbchurch.co.uk. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you. God bless.